What the?
What is going on, San Antonio? What is going on? Welcome to church, baby. It is playoff season. We are ready to rumble here with the Fantasy Gods. I'm your host, Brandon Big Papi Medina. We got my man Trent in the building. Trent Carlton, all the way from Dallas, Texas. My good buddy, and also a league commish in one of my leagues and a fellow playoff contender in my keeper league. It's a big, big day. We got the man behind everything, Mr. Joe Garcia, in the building, repping the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. We're repping the Cowboys, man. But I got to tell you, man, when we start getting into that parlay talk, it's going to be disgusting.
It's going to be a dirty-ass day in general. Ladies and gentlemen, it is playoff season. What does that mean? That means you need to get your shit together. That's
playoffs.
What that means.
Like the Vikings?
We're talking
like
playoffs.
the Vikings? We're
not talking Vikings at all today. There's no need to. All right.
What happened?
We don't talk about Basuda on this show. We talk about real teams that
21
matter.
points in the fourth?
Dude, I don't want to. We're not doing this. All right. We're not doing this right now. We are ready to go, man. It's going to be an absolutely electric show. Before we even jump in, before we even get going, it is time for us to really look at lineups, because not only do you have massive inactives lately, right now, as we sit here, as we look at our phones to project lineups to help you not only win money, but win your fantasy football leagues. Jalen Hurts seriously is ill. Something is going on that the illness has carried from Friday. It's carried to Saturday. And today he went and got downgraded to questionable. That is absolutely massive. Jalen Hurts does not play until Monday night. This is the first week of playoffs. Trent, you're in the playoffs in both of the leagues that you and I play in. You're the commissioner in one of our leagues. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts being ill. Obviously, this is 3 days running. Monday night tomorrow. Do you leave him in week one?
I think you leave him in. I think you keep it, because he's got one more day. He's going to be fine. They play ill all the time. Micah Parsons, he played ill. He's going to be all right. Keep him in.
All righty, you heard it here. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to listen. I'm going to keep him in. I did pick up Baker Mayfield just in case. If anything comes out in the next hour and a half, we'll be able to update you. However, Jalen Hurts, look at that illness. I'm not so sure. I'm not as confident as my boy Trent over here that he is going to be good to go and good to ready to roll. I'm a little nervous. However, you got Marcus Mariota as a backup, right? If you look at that type of league right now, as we stand, I'm going to be picking up Marcus Mariota, right? If you have Jalen Hurts, you need to go grab Marcus Mariota. You need to have him ready to roll in case Jalen Hurts is out. Now let's talk about who absolutely is out. And this is not going to be good. This is going to be really bad for a lot of fantasy teams. And we're going to have to absolutely be in limbo for the first week of playoffs for many of you, including myself. Tyreek Hill is inactive. He will not play. He is out today with an ankle injury. Tyreek Hill, one of the most, if not the most electrifying players that you're going to see in fantasy football, is out. This is a massive, massive loss for me. It's a massive loss for you. All of this compounds. I went from being up in my league projected to now possibly losing by 5 points because of Tyreek Hill. Now, it's not Tyreek Hill's fault. This is part of fantasy football. But if you have Tyreek Hill, look elsewhere. And not only Tyreek Hill do you got to look elsewhere, Chris Olave, ladies and gentlemen, is out today. Chris Olave, Tyreek Hill, they are out. Make sure you are looking at your lineups. Make sure you are ready to get those roster moves made, because if you do not, you will be stuck playing a hurt player and you will be stuck getting the absolute boot from any playoff contention. Right now, we got our boy Andrew Marks saying he is not in both leagues. He's playing me in the losers bracket. So he's shouting out to our boy Trent, saying Trent didn't make the playoffs in every league, but he is in a few. And then we got
That's a good thing to bring up right here. That's a good thing to bring
go
up.
for it.
This whole podcast is very like biblical, right?
Yeah.
So here's one thing. If I lived in the biblical times, dude,
Okay.
the 11th commandment
Okay.
that I would have is thou shalt not only let 4 teams into the playoffs.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a big one for playoffs. That's a big one. Listen, I like competition more than the next guy. But sometimes you got to be competitive. And sometimes, listen, you got to be good. I don't have to tell you. You know what I mean? But anyways,
things happen, dude. Things happen.
We got a question here as well, a PPR question. Our boy Ishan said, PPR, need a second RB to go with ETN. Choices are, okay, James Cook or Ford. Who's the better play? Cook's going against Dallas. Ford's going against Chicago. Chicago's actually been pretty stout. It's going to be a nasty rainy day in Miami. I really don't like any of those. If I had to choose, give me James Cook against the Cowboys, only because of receiving ability, only because of PPR outcomes. I think Cleveland and Chicago is going to be pretty tight. And so I'm going to go with James Cook. Do you have anything there?
I would look to see if Jonathan Hankins is playing for the Cowboys. If he's playing, he stops the run. He stops the run crazy. Mozzie Smith has to be in there.
Yeah.
Then I would say James Cook.
Yeah.
I like Ford.
I do like Ford too. I think it's Ford and Cook for me. A-Chain's not even in the question because of the nasty ass weather. What else do we have? We have Andrew Mark saying Olave and Hill, 2 of my best receivers. Congrats on the dub. Both receivers gone for our boy Andrew Mark. Sad day, and I'm sure he's not the only one. I'm sure there's many people.
So let me ask you that. So I'm not in the playoffs because we got 4 teams, whatever.
Right. You got shit on.
Yeah, whatever. So now the way that you do your draft, am I supposed to tank now? You want me to tank?
No, definitely don't tank. I mean, you're gonna win. He has.
I get that. So if I win, but if I have a better record, then I get a later draft pick next year. So
correct.
Am I supposed to be tanking now?
I wouldn't, only because you got it's all morals, right? You got to morally still keep playing, ethically still keep playing. But listen, we're gonna talk about playoffs, playoff implications in leagues, all that good stuff here in a little bit. I know our boy Joe Garcia is cooking up a ridiculous parlay. We're talking bets and prop bets, DraftKings lineups, all that good stuff. But before we get even further into the show, because we're talking a lot about injuries and players and all that good stuff, let's give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors one time. We have, of course, Matt Becker Brewing, 6025 Tesla Road. You're going to be there Thursday. We're going to be watching the Saints and Rams at Matt Pecker Brewing Company. Come out with us. We're going to be there having a good time, having some drinks, eating some great food, and watching a great game for the playoffs. So make sure you're there at Matt Pecker Brewing Company, the only place for you to be grabbing brews and eats in San Antonio. And then you got, of course, the one and only Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop, 2404 Thousand Oaks Drive. The best coffee. You need a pick-me-up? Me and Trent, little hungover from a Christmas party yesterday. You got to stop by Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop to get a pickup. And you got the alien that is there for Wimby. You want a drink that maybe isn't always coffee, go get yourself an alien. If you want something to eat, if your tummy is rumbling and you're stumbling because you might be buzzed out, go get you some mini donuts. Go get you some incredible eats there. Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop is the only place you should be going for your coffee because the fantasy gods said so. We got Hannibal Fist saying, what's happening, fantasy gods? What's going on, my brother? Happy Sunday to all of you. Let's get into what you came here for, gentlemen. Let's get into a little bit of fantasy football advice. It is time for everybody's favorite segment. Let's get into a little bit of
Blessed is he who starts.
All righty, everybody. Get ready because it is going to be a big, big week. Right now, as we stand, my number one start, my favorite start right now that I have number one here, right? It's a guy that my boy Trent's familiar with. It's a guy that Joe's familiar with. It's a guy that many of you are familiar with. You kicked the dust on him. You said, go away. We don't want you. We don't love you. He was the toxic ex, but just like many toxic exes, the boy's still hot as hell right now. Ezekiel Elliott is in my must starts right now. You're going against Kansas City. New England has absolutely zero offense. There's nothing that they're going to do that doesn't include Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott absolutely was a week winner last week. Expect the same this week. If you're in week one playoffs and you have Ezekiel Elliott, grab yourself a cold brew, grab yourself a steak, and celebrate a possible big win because I guarantee two things. Zeke's putting up more than 15 fantasy points, and I'm going to guarantee you right now, if you don't have Zeke and you're going against Zeke, you're probably a little nervous and your butt's probably a little bit tighter today. So I like Zeke Elliott today. The other one I like, if you had many quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts right now, illness. If you had Justin Herbert, God bless you, so did I. If you have Matthew Stafford is going to have a hell of a game today. Right now, going against the Commanders over the last 10 games, only one quarterback has not thrown for 2 touchdowns, and that's Mac Jones. The quarterbacks all have gone over 240 passing yards and 2 touchdowns except for Mac Jones over the last 10 games. He has Puka Nacua. He has Cooper Kupp. Matthew Stafford is an absolute smash play today. I also love Isaiah Likely. He's taken in the Mark Andrews role for the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore needs to score points to keep up. They look incredible. Isaiah Likely is only getting better as the weeks go, only getting more comfortable in the offense. Look for Isaiah Likely to have somewhere between, I'd say, 5 catches for like 60 yards, 65 yards, and possibly a touchdown. Book that. I like that. The other one I like, Rashee Rice. Listen, it's Sunday, baby, and maybe you need to go grab some Chinese takeout because Rashee Rice is about to be smashing, all right? Get yourself some nice rice balls and enjoy a game and enjoy a fantasy football victory. Kansas City has 0 wide receivers. Me, Joe, and Trent are all big dudes, and we can go play wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're fucking trash. Play Rashee Rice. DeAndre Swift, another guy that got told to kick rocks and is killing it for the Philadelphia Eagles. Another guy I like to start, Dalton Kincaid against the Dallas Cowboys. America's team does not play very great defense against tight ends. Dalton Kincaid's going to eat. He's going to play well. I can't guarantee a touchdown. If he gives you a touchdown, Dalton Kincaid might be one of the best tight end plays of the entire week. Joe, Trent, what are we thinking, gentlemen?
I'll tell you right now. So I like Aaron Jones.
Ooh,
I like
he's
Aaron
playing
Jones.
today.
AJ Dillon
He's
is
active.
out.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon's out. So Aaron Jones is going to get those touches. So that's my ride.
I like that. You know what? And then that's a good one. And you know, it's so good, in fact, that I might be looking to start Aaron Jones now. I might be looking that way now. But anyways, any surprises for you that I mentioned today, Mr. Joe Garcia?
Not surprises, man. Not really. You know, Cowboys, as you were stating, you know, I think they're going to have some issues today against the Bills. You know, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a close game at the end of the day. I think the Cowboys will find a way to win.
I 100% agree.
I
just
find a way.
I think you look at Cowboys games, wide receivers normally do get really
It's the
defended.
corners,
They
man.
get defended well.
Yeah.
What happens is the linebackers are so good at blitzing that you give up easy catches to the tight ends. I think Dalton Kincaid could easily go for like
He's going to feast.
6 for 50, 6 for 60, like just multiple catches that maybe don't go long, but just get them quick first downs or quick move of the chains, whatever the case.
One of the things you did say that's kind of surprising to me, and I want to keep an eye on it, is what Zeke's going to do with the Pats, you know, today against the Chiefs. I think that he might be able to have, like you said, a pretty decent game today, you know? So if you're going to have him as your running back, you know, one of those guys you got to keep an eye on.
Last week, 22 attempts for 68 yards, got 8 targets, 7 catches, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown. Gave you 27 points.
That's big time, dude.
That's
Why's
big
the Pats
time.
just now figuring this out?
I don't know what the hell's going on. Ramondre Stevenson is I have him in the same league that I have Ezekiel Elliott. You got to get both. If you had Ramondre, you should have picked up Zeke. If you don't got Zeke, you're screwed. There's no way. But I mean, Zeke Elliott, I think I'm looking at Zeke Elliott. I'm as nervous playing Zeke Elliott as I am playing a Rashad White, as I am playing not a McCaffrey, but like a DeAndre Swift. Like Zeke Elliott has the opportunity to put up 20 plus points, especially against Kansas City. If they go up early, and he's just catching balls, good luck to anybody going against him.
Yeah, man. Kansas City's defense, dude.
I'm telling you.
They're bad.
I love the question we got from our boy Jeff Garcia at Locked on Spurs. Let's answer that real quick before we get into who you should sit. We got overall fantasy question. As the NFL playoffs near, does that impact fantasy teams and lineups? Is there a correlation? Trent, as we're starting to wind down, what do you think? Does that impact teams? I think it does, only because let's say a Jalen Hurts, right? The Eagles are a playoff team. They know that.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles probably are also comfortable throwing in Marcus Mariota against the Seahawks. That defense is not scary, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would compel them to play their quarterback sick and possibly risk an injury for the playoffs and instead just sit him, which then will screw fantasy football players?
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point we ran into this problem in our league.
Yeah.
So what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? So like if you scoot up, if you scoot up playoffs, playoffs, then you're running into buys.
Yeah.
So you got to stay away from buys. So if you keep it back, then you're able to
play more games, but you're running
and your players are available.
Right. You're just running the risks of players possibly getting sat for a minor injury that maybe they wouldn't have sat for.
You're worried. It's more in week 18.
Yeah.
Than 17, 16.
Yeah.
So I would say
I think it correlates, not nearly to the amount people think. It correlates in certain situations. But as we continue on with the show, Joe Garcia, are you ready to get down to who we need to be benching, sir? Are you ready to get down into a little bit of
Thou shalt bench?
Listen, I got a few bench spots here, and a lot of them you people aren't going to like, and I'm sorry. All right, we're going to start with Rumpelstiltskin himself, the little short man around the block, Kyler Murray. I'm not a big fan of this week. He's going against the San Francisco 49ers. The Cardinals have beat the Cowboys, which we bring up as many times as we can on this show, but they are going against the 49ers defense that is going to absolutely stop any offense happening for Arizona. The other one I don't like, old man Adam Thielen. As a Vikings fan, it hurts my heart. Adam Thielen does not look as good as he once did. I traded him for him in the league after he had a great first 6 weeks. The last almost 10 weeks have been not very good. Adam Thielen does not need to be starting unless it's a flex spot for you. Kenneth Walker, I'm not so sure of. Do you think Philadelphia's defense is going to be able to stop the run offense of the Seattle Seahawks?
Damn, dude, that's a good one, man.
Because Kenneth Walker, here's the thing. All of these, as Trent knows, Joe knows, as I know, they are fluid. If Ken Walker's your number one back, obviously you're not going to sit him. But if you have maybe 2 or 3 more guys that you can put in that place and you can get something out of them, go for it, right? Right now, I don't like James Conner because he's going against the 49ers. I don't like Ken Walker because he's going against Philadelphia. I have both of those guys starting in one league because I have nobody else. I get it. I'm just telling you, temper expectations. The Philadelphia defense does not give up points. San Francisco is giving up less than 9 points to running backs. They are murderers row for running backs. Stay away from those defenses.
Man, the thing is, though, man, the Eagles, they can't stop the run, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they can, and that's why I'm not playing Ken Walker.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying that one's a tough one, dude. You would think that the Eagles, as far as their history has told you, this season, that their defense just has trouble and struggles against the run. But we'll see what's going to happen here, man. But do you know what? I do like this Seattle Seahawks in this matchup, but I got to tell you, man, at the end of the day, I think the Eagles will do enough to win.
Listen, dude, I think the Eagles win this game, and I just don't trust that Ken Walker gets as much out of it. The only other one that I'm going to sit, so like I said, James Conner, Adam Thielen, Kenneth Walker, Kyler Murray. The final one that I'm going to sit, and it sucks, but even more so now that we just got the news, I don't think there's a way you can play Tua Tagovailoa today. I truly don't think there's even an opportunity for you to play Tua Tagovailoa.
Mm.
You're losing Tyreek Hill. It is pouring rain in Miami right now. Pouring. Jalen Waddle, injury risk almost every game.
Mm-hmm.
Tua is going against the Jets. So let's compound this, gentlemen. Joe, Trent, you lose Tyreek Hill. You're losing at least 7 to 10 fantasy points off of Tua alone, right? You got Jalen Waddle, who's good, great. Injury risk at most times, and it's pouring down rain. That's 2. Here's the third one to get him out of your lineup right now. And after I say this, if you don't pull him and you lose, it's on you because I'm giving you it. Here we go. Only 3 quarterbacks. Gentlemen, what week are we in? Week 15.
Week 15.
Only 3 quarterbacks have thrown multiple touchdowns against the Jets defense. Take that into account right now. There are 12 weeks in the calendar of this NFL season where nobody has thrown more than 1 quarterback against the Jets. Oh, and let me give you who they are, by the way. Oh, it's Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and CJ Stroud. Those aren't the ones that threw multiple quarterbacks. Those are the ones that couldn't throw multiple touchdowns. All those names that I mentioned did not throw multiple touchdowns against the Jets. One more time, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and CJ Stroud threw 1 score or less against the Jets, and most of those were in good weather. I'm not betting against the Jets defense in bad weather.
Well, the thing is, you have 8 teams today that are going to be playing games outdoors, and the weather conditions are not favorable. I mean, check this out. Atlanta, Carolina, 93% chance of rain. Chicago, Cleveland, 37% chance of rain. Houston, Tennessee, 44% chance of rain.
It's going to be a nasty
It's going to be nasty for 8 of these games. 3 games are played indoors this week. New York, New Orleans, San Francisco, Arizona, Washington, and the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, man. No.
It's going to be a nasty day outside, man.
Andrew Marks comes in real quick with the sick question, and I like it. It's a good one, but it's a tough one, man. He says, Tua or Geno in my work league in the playoffs. Should have started Goff, but here we are. Dude, that's awful. That's a bad news. Right now, Geno Smith is also questionable.
Yep.
And the thing that you got with Geno Smith that makes it exciting is he has the running ability. He has legs to at least get you maybe a one-off touchdown, at least get you a few yards, maybe get you 18, 20 yards running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Extra 2 points. He's not going to be running with a groin injury. It's not going to happen. In that situation, you're forced to play Tua, in my mind. It's just so bad. I really don't. Actually, honestly, I would keep Geno in there over Tua. And that's wild. I just don't think. Could Geno at least throw for 2 touchdowns? Probably. I don't think Tua gets 2 touchdowns. I just don't. And I think Tua fumbles. Like, I think it's gonna be wet. It's gonna be nasty. Like, could be an interception, sliding off the ball. Could be a fumble, getting the snap. Like, there's too many obstacles in the rain against a defense that has been good and their offense has not been good. Like, this defense is gonna play well. I would keep Geno, and that's just me. And that's the only reason I would, only because, like Andrew said, Slay's not playing. DK should have an incredible game. I would do that. Here's what I would do. Honestly, Andrew, here's what I would do. I would bench Tua for Geno, and right now, as you're listening, right now, go pick up what's his name? The backup that played at Denver. What the hell is his name? The backup for Geno Smith. I'm lose. Who's it?
Lock.
I would go pick up Drew Lock right now. Go pick up Drew Lock right now. And have him as the backup, and whoever starts for the for the Seahawks, that's who you play. Geno or Drew Lock, do that now. All righty. Final one for this Week 15 crazy matchups real quick. It's time for the Fantasy Gods too.
It's time for the fantasy gods to say a little prayer.
Listen, we got a few here. We got a week winner last week, and he might do it again because Isaiah Pacheco is not in. Could McKinnon get in the end zone again? Could he get in the end zone? He did it last week when he wasn't supposed to. And guess what? He pushed me into the playoffs last week. Jerick McKinnon last week had 12.7 fantasy points, ugliest line of all time. 3 catches for 18 yards, 4 rushing attempts for only 19 yards, but he fell into the end zone. He got a touchdown, and that made the difference. The other one I like today, and this is all, say a little prayer, is all players that maybe should be in your lineups, could be in your lineups, not sure, but you got to test the waters a little bit. What about Demario Douglas for the New England Patriots? We talked about Zeke. Demario Douglas was out 13 and 14 weeks. So the past 2 weeks he's been out. He's playing against Kansas City. His last 5 games, that he's played for New England were against Buffalo, Miami, Washington, the Colts, and the Giants. Here's how it went: 11.4 points, 8 points, 10.5 points, 14.4 points, and 11 points. The dude is as consistent as it comes. He's the only wide receiver that is worth trusting in fantasy. He's a flex option for New England. So say a little prayer. If he gets in the end zone, he might be a weak winner. The other one that I like a lot too. What about, let's talk a little bit. Is DeAndre Hopkins back? Is this man over the past 2 weeks, 20 points, 25.4 points against Miami and against the Colts, 2 very good defenses. He goes against Houston this week. Could this be a revenge game? A little DeAndre Hopkins revenge game against Houston?
Absolutely. I think Will Levis loves him, man.
Will Levis loves him some DeAndre Hopkins. I love some DeAndre Hopkins. Would you play? Here's a scenario for you. Would you play DeAndre Hopkins against Houston over Kenneth Walker against Philadelphia in your flex?
Yeah, I think I would. Absolutely.
You, Joe?
Oh man, I think I would too, dude.
Yeah,
just because of the opportunity.
Opportunities. Yep, exactly.
I agree. So those are who I'm saying a little prayer for. And then finally, gentlemen, I need your help here. People, listeners, I need your help as well. Rate these 4 quarterbacks. Ready? Rate these 4 quarterbacks. These are all quarterbacks that probably will be starting in fantasy football leagues, and it's bad news. Here we go. Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
Joe Flacco, Will Levis, or Case Keenum going again, who's starting for the Houston Texans.
That's disgusting.
Where do you start?
That's disgusting.
Rate those 4 quarterbacks.
Jeez, dude.
I'm going Baker. Right off the gate.
So Baker number 1. Do you think Baker's the best out of that bunch?
I would have to say I think Baker is the best out of that bunch.
All right.
Hey man, but Flacco, he's been doing his thing.
Dog,
too,
Joe
bro.
Flacco's been fucking slinging, dog.
How old is he?
Dude, I'm 65. But let me tell you,
They wrote that brother out of the practice squad.
you know what, dude? Since we're talking about Joe Flacco, shout out to Mudslingers Drive to Coffee Shop. Joe Flacco slinging the mud right now. Honestly, going crazy. Listen, it's tough. So I'll go ahead and say Baker's number 1, 2. So all of us agree Baker. Who's 2? Joe Flacco, Will Levis, Case Keenum. I'm asking for those people who need to play one of these guys in their leagues.
Man, I'd go
right?
with Flacco, bro.
I agree. Joe Flacco's and I think Joe Flacco could be number 1. Like, he's playing that good.
He's playing good. Hey, and they signed him to a new deal.
Hey, you got new money. Go show it off now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's only 4.2, but hey,
It's something. It's a lot more than all of us make. So go ahead, Joe
No
Flacco.
shit.
What do you think?
I think in this scenario, you can't even look at quarterback anymore. We got to go. Who's got the wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
So you got D-Hop. So I'm gonna pick Will.
Okay.
So
that's fair. So you're going D-Hop over Amari Cooper and Njoku.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so I think Will Levis will be 3. Case Keenum's probably out of the conversation just because it's his first start. But there's going to be many people, including myself, who are playing some of these guys. I am playing Baker Mayfield in 2 first-round playoffs, and I'm playing Joe Flacco in 1.
Man, you picked up Flacco.
Dog, I had no choice, bro. I had 0 options. 0 options. And so,
Damn.
and actually in that league, a homeboy dropped Matthew Stafford.
Oh man.
And I tried to pick him up, and guess what happened? 6 out of the other 10 league mates tried to put in a waiver for Stafford just so I couldn't get him and would lose my fucking.
Yeah, I like their style, dude.
Dog, it's cutthroat. Who said Flacco's number 1? Andrew Mark said Joe Flacco number 1 for me. Listen, Andrew.
Hot take.
Hot takes, Andrew. Hot takes, and I like it, buddy. Hot takes, and I like it. Alrighty. Gentlemen, it's time for our favorite segment. Before we do, we're going to get into our pick'em, and then we're going to give you our parlay of the week. Before we do, as always, I love giving you the best prop bets around. Your boy got a lot of prop bets, and why don't we start off with the man of the hour, the man that all of us love, the resurgence of Joe Flacco. Your boy has Joe Flacco right now. Give me Joe Flacco over 226.5 passing yards. I like it. The past 2 weeks, 311, 254. Joe Flacco over 226. The other one I like for you Cowboys fans, give me Brandon Aubrey, 1.5 field goals made. You're not going to score in bunches against the Bills. You're going to have to kick field goals. Give me Derrick Henry, 16.5 rushing attempts against the Houston Texans. Tennessee gets up early. They're going to feed King Henry. Give me Isaiah Likely over 32.5 receiving yards. Is that not that's a smash? Absolute smash. Matthew Stafford over 2 passing touchdowns. Brandon, why Matthew Stafford? Well, all of a sudden you love Stafford. I just fucking told you. Over the last 10 games, the Commanders give 2 touchdowns to every quarterback not named Mac Jones. And guess what? Matthew Stafford's not named Mac Jones. Deebo Samuel, over 57.5 receiving yards. Give me Cairo Santos. Santos, the best kicker right now for the Chicago Bears, 6.5 kicking points. And finally, we close it out. It's time to eat. Ezekiel Elliott higher than 20.5 receiving yards. All of them. Smash them, book them, pay your mortgage. Santa's coming to town, bitch. Let's get into some betting. Here we go. Lock it in. We got the NFL bettings up. Here we go. You ready for this? Chiefs Patriots starting out. Let's get our pick'ems in. Chiefs Patriots, week 1 of the playoffs for fantasy, week 15 for the NFL. Chiefs Patriots. Trent, where are you going?
10's too much, man. 10's a lot.
Minus 10. What a spread.
I think I would.
What a spread. Like a nice Nutella spread.
I'm going Patriots. I think
Wow.
Zeke eats.
Whoa.
Give me plus 10.
Out the gate, this man comes with the heat. What the hell's going on? I'm not touching this game. There's zero juice. If I did, give me the Chiefs minus 10.
Man, I got to tell you, dude, I'm going with Trent. I've got the Chiefs losing to the Pats. And I think the conditions are going to be a factor.
That's
man.
true.
There's a 53% chance of rain. The wind's going to be about 6 miles per hour at game time. You know, so I've seen what happened with the Kansas City Chiefs last year. The mindset of one Patrick Mahomes might not be 100 because you might still be dwelling on what happened in that loss. He might be upset. But you know what? I think this is an opportunity for New England to go ahead and seize the opportunity and sneak out a win against the Kansas City Chiefs. And you know what? This is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, arguably worst, let's say, worst 3-game losing streak.
Wow.
Because they've only lost 2 games back to back, right? This is bad for them.
Yeah.
If they lose against the Patriots today, that would be their first 3-game losing skid.
Let me tell you right now, I am happy to welcome Smokers Galaxy, any smoke shop that sells Delta 8, because these guys are high out of their mind right now, picking the Patriots. But go ahead, that's fine. They're taking plus 10 over here. You're taking the upset completely.
Taking the upset money line. I'm going money line straight up.
Listen, Joe Garcia already is. I don't know. We got to get him to rehab. The man has to be high at least an hour out of the show.
Hey man, this one made it into my parlay.
Oh my god!
Oh,
good
man.
God, you're
made
crazy.
it into my parlay's disgusting this
Let
week.
me tell you right now, if you put just $100 on the actually, you know what? Don't even get you. I don't want you to lose too many presents for Christmas. If you just put $20 on the Patriots alone, you're gonna get paid out $94. Just 20. Hey, listen, you don't got 20. You want to put 10, you're still going to get $47, which is a total of $57 back when you get your money back. Just ridiculous. What are we doing here? All righty. So that's the game for the Patriots and Chiefs. The Giants and the Saints. Where are we going here? Listen, I got to stop everybody right now. My stepdad is getting tired of us trashing on the Giants.
No, man.
They need to win. I mean,
This is not the basura game of the week, Gilbert. We can all say that. Atlanta and Carolina looks disgusting. That's probably the basura game of the week.
Yeah, that Falcons game, yeah, man.
Falcons Panthers. So the Giants escaped today without the basura game of the week, but still give me the Saints. However, no Chris Olave. Could Tommy DeVito,
the DeVito.
could the DeVito take over? Here's this.
That boy's eating his mom's
Here's
spaghetti.
this. Giants +6. Book it. Let's go.
Oh no, man.
Giants +6. Let's have ourselves a day.
Hey man, Jimenez is gonna come looking for you, bro.
Jimenez needs to go looking for his
I don't
Twitter
even know if
account.
they've let. I don't even know if they've let him back in
They
the
haven't
city,
let him
dude.
back in. The Spurs got to win. They didn't let him back in.
I'm staying away from that. Plus, I mean, if I had to take anybody, I'm going Saints.
-6
at home.
Okay,
At home.
fair. What do you think? What do you think over here, sir?
I
Joe.
got, even though DeVito, was all the talk.
Derek Carter
know,
doesn't scare me.
I gotta say, man, I think the Saints are still gonna be able to beat the Giants handedly.
Somebody's getting whacked if
Yeah.
the Giants lose. Jets, Dolphins, nasty weather. The
Ugh.
Dolphins have dropped to -7 against the Jets. That looks tasty.
It does, but
It
don't
looks tasty.
trust the Jets, man.
It
I'm
looks
telling you.
tasty, gentlemen.
Don't bet on the Jets, bro.
I want to
haven't
do
you
it
learned
so
your
bad.
lesson?
I want to do it so
Haven't
bad.
you learned your
I
lesson,
want to do
dude?
it so bad.
They're gonna break your heart.
It's the toxic ex. She's wearing a mini skirt and it's cold out. Come on, Jets. Come on, Jets.
They're gonna
Don't let
break
me
your
down.
heart. Don't
Plus
do it.
7, Jets.
Don't
Let's
do it.
go.
Don't
Plus
do it.
7, Jets. Zach Wilson, career game last week. Nasty weather. Hoes don't get cold. Jets, let's go.
Oh no, man.
Weather's playing a factor into this game, man.
You want to take Jets plus 7. He wants to take. I know it. I know my boy.
Y'all
He
are
wants to
disgusting,
take Jets
dude.
plus 7.
Both of y'all disgust me, man.
You want to take Jets plus 7?
Yeah, I take Jets
That's-
plus 7, honestly. dude.
Y'all are disgusting, dude.
I
Let's
don't.
go.
It's for my boy Mark.
Let's go. Our boy Mark finally might get a dub. All right, Falcons. Wait. Well, who are you taking, Joe? You
I
talking?
gotta
over
tell
there?
you, man, this weather's gonna play a factor. 73% chance of rain. Got the winds 19 miles per hour. It's an outdoor game. I don't care what you tell me about these Jets. The Jets always will let you down, dude. Anytime you try to get near them, make a bet, you think about it, they're gonna let you down.
Dude,
I got Miami over the Jets. I don't care who's out for Miami, who's not playing. Miami over the Jets.
this game has no juice. So if you're gonna bet, it has to be the spread. Miami's still minus 325. That's way too much to even put in anything. But Falcons, Panthers, gentlemen, I know none of us care about this game. Nobody wants to bet on this game. This is the basura game of the week. Falcons, Panthers, though, where I'll take the Falcons, I guess. This isn't exciting, but sure, I'll take the Falcons. I'll take a money line. I'm not even gonna take the -3 because who knows with this game, dude?
Carolina's absolutely basura.
Yeah,
Terrible. So I'll take Falcons.
Falcons. Already Falcons over there for you, Joe.
Falcons for me, man.
Trash.
No doubt.
Here's one that might be in the parlay, gentlemen. Texans versus Titans.
Oh man.
Texans +3. Case Keenum, former Viking great. Case Keenum playing for the Texans. First start, no Nico Collins, no Tank Dell, Noah Brown. Noah Brown. It's the Noah Brown game for the Texans. The Titans looking okay. They're starting to get things going. Will Levis is slowly starting to figure it out. Hopefully, this is a revenge game for DeAndre Hopkins. Houston's coming to Tennessee, or Tennessee's going to Houston. Sorry. What are you thinking, bro?
I got to tell you, man, I still like the Texans over the Titans, man. +3. I mean, not +3, but I got the Texans over the Titans by 3. So -3.
Oh boy, let me tell you right now.
I would even go as high as 3.5.
This one's in Nashville. This one's in Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. And I'm taking Tennessee -3.
Yeah, I gotta go Tennessee. I think that they get it's gonna be close,
Yeah.
and they haven't played each other yet, so they're gonna go 1-1. But I think they both get home.
I
The
think
home
so.
team wins.
I think so. Chicago and Cleveland.
This one made it into my
I knew it
parlay.
did. I knew it did. You're so gross, bro. You're
I
so
told you it
gross.
was nasty. this week.
Chicago and Cleveland. In Chicago, weather is going to be very cold. Not cold, chilly.
37% chance of rain.
37%
14 mile
chance.
an hour winds.
God darn, 14-mile-an-hour winds. What the hell? Oh man, well let me look at my kicker. Yo, what? I just took Santos in a bet, the kicker for Chicago.
I'm telling you, man, the
Whoa.
weather conditions. are gonna be a
14-mile-an-hour
factor.
winds are ridiculous, dude. All right, Chicago, Cleveland. Brandon's I'm full tilt, dude. All jokes aside, my team is going to be changing up until noon. Like I have no idea.
Hey, you thought that was bad? New York, the Jets, right, versus Miami, 19-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh my goodness! Good luck kicking a field goal in that game.
Exactly.
Chicago, Cleveland. Where are you guys going? I'm taking the Cleveland Browns -3. I trust Joe Flacco, and more than Joe Flacco, I trust that defense to make things happen.
Bears. I love the
I got
Bears.
the Bears over the Browns.
Bro, what is
DJ
going-
Moore is going off today.
So you're taking money line, or
I'll
plus?
I'll take points.
You see, you're not so confident.
Oh,
You're
no.
not so confident.
No, I would take money line if I wanted the.
I'll take a money
plus.
line. I got the Bears over the Browns, bro.
Damn. All righty, here we go.
That made it into the parlay.
Did this one make it to the parlay? The Buccaneers and the Packers.
No, that's disgusting, dude.
That's a nasty one. Buccaneers and the Packers. Not only just this game
It just
in
updated.
Lambeau, Baker Mayfield will be starting for many of your fantasy football teams, including myself. the Packers and the Buccaneers. Christian Watson out. AJ Dillon out. Now looking Devin White, though, on defense, and Ryan Neal for the Buccaneers out. The Packers might be scoring some points in this one. What do you guys think? Both 6 and 7. Where are you going?
I love Aaron Jones. I think he's gonna have an awesome game for this one. But that half point is very crucial. And I like Bucks. I think Bucks plus 3.5.
Bucks plus 3.5. All
I
right.
got the Bucks too over Green Bay, dude. Weather conditions, 13% chance of rain, winds 9 miles per hour, dude. Partly cloudy.
So you like the Buccaneers?
I like the Buccaneers, man, over Green Bay.
All righty. I would go ahead and take the Buccaneer points at plus 3.5, only because last week Mike Evans went missing. We had a MIA, missing in action. Mike Evans. If he's on this week and he's ready to play, we saw Chris Godwin is active. Buccaneers are going to be tearing it up over there at the Packers. I don't think they win the game, but plus 3.5, I think they stay close. So I'm not down with that one. Only a few games left. 49ers, Cardinals. Give me the 49ers. We're not talking about this game. Who cares? Let's move on.
49ers all day, dude. Yeah.
By a mile. If Arizona beats the 49ers, they're the best, worst team in the NFL for beating the Cowboys. And
that
the
would be
49ers.
one of the worst upsets in recent memory, dude.
That'd be really bad. Commanders, Rams. Oh, Matthew Stafford's going to have a day. The line is minus 6.5. That line feels too big.
No, you got to go Rams.
I'm going to Rams. I'll
Yeah,
take
go
the
Rams.
line. It just feels too big.
Yep.
It feels too big to me, too. I would go about 3.5, dude.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, 4 points, maybe even you tease it down, you're losing value. So I would just,
Look, man, the Washington defense is not that bad.
it's not that bad. And the Rams are also not that great. They're just a lot better than the Commanders.
No doubt.
That's exactly what it comes down to.
Home game too.
Home game too. Cowboys, Bills. Cowboys are +2 and +110 in the money line. The underdogs playing in chilly weather against Buffalo. What are we thinking here, gentlemen? Both of you are Cowboys fans. There's going to be a lot of tables breaking in the Buffalo Bills parking lot. A lot of rowdiness going on in that
Bills
game.
Mafia.
Bills Mafia is going to come to play. So what are y'all thinking here?
I like the Cowboys, man, over the Bills, but I'm going to tell you,
Wow.
this one, another thing, man, you got to factor in the weather.
Let me hear
13-mile-an-hour winds.
13.
And you know what? If it comes down to a field goal, do you trust the Cowboys kicker?
Brandon Aubrey, I just put a bet on him. So I 100% trust in Aubrey.
Is Brandon Aubrey missing his first field goal?
He's got the
Today?
golden leg. He's got his golden leg right now.
He
but
also
I'm
got the
telling you,
golden
man,
name, bro. What a name.
But the 13-mile-an-hour winds, are they going to be swirling? Are they going to be coming out of the east? Are they going to be coming out of the west? I mean, like, come on.
I think the Cowboys offense can at least get him close enough to feel more confident for a field goal. I don't think he's taking long range.
You know what they're
field
going to do? The coach, if it comes down to a field goal,
goals. Ice his ass.
is going to ice his ass.
Ice
dude.
his ass in that icy cold weather for sure. I think this is it. I will say this. I'm not personally touching this game as much as I want to. I would take the Cowboys money line. But I feel like Buffalo, we're starting to really doubt this Buffalo offense and that Buffalo defense. I feel like they haven't shown up in a few big games. And as fans, we're looking at Buffalo and we're looking at Kansas City, and we're not as scared as we once were.
No.
And
But the thing is, the Cowboys defense, they're
It's for
getting
real.
some pick
I'm
sixes,
taking the
dude.
Cowboys money line. I'm just saying in my parlay, it's not in there only because what Buffalo team shows up.
Yeah, give me Cowboys money line. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, you want a good prop bet? Take the over on Josh's interceptions.
On Josh Allen?
Oh yeah, Josh Allen's interceptions.
That's true.
You know he's going to be good for at least one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Against that
At
defense.
least.
Ravens, Jaguars. And then we got Philadelphia and Seattle finally. So Ravens, Jaguars, give me the Ravens. I'll take money line. What do y'all think?
I have to agree, man. I agree on this one. I think the Ravens can do enough to beat the Jaguars, man. 3.5 to me is a good, safe bet.
Fair.
Taking
Fair.
Ravens all day, man. I mean, the way that Lamar's been playing,
Crazy.
amazing.
Philadelphia and Seattle.
Ooh,
Gentlemen,
Fun game.
Jalen Hurts might be out of this one. The line was definitely not what it is now.
Nope.
The line is -2.
-2.
Wow.
That line was probably at what? -6.5, probably? Something like
I
that.
think 3.5.
Was it 3.5?
Yep.
Damn, I was giving him a fucking kill.
Man, you got to have some cojones, dude. If you're going to win the game on a freaking 2-point conversion.
Oh, not even that. You can win in a
Come
field
on,
goal,
man.
right? But
Yeah.
-2 is low. Give me the Eagles at -2 while they're there.
Taking the Eagles at -2, man. They're way too good. As much as I want them to lose this game, I don't think it's happening.
Joe, what do you say, Joe?
I know Seattle's hungry, man, but I think the Eagles are just better, man. I think the Eagles are going to find a way to win this game. It's going to be close. 2 is safe, but I mean, I think it's going to be at least by 3.
What do we got questions wise before we get into our big parlays and our big stuff going on over here?
Let's go ahead and see. Hold on one sec.
No problem.
Let me go ahead and change the transition.
Transitions, baby. That's what the game's about, baby. Let's talk a little bit more about football, though. We have a big one as far as bets go. I'm gonna look right now at doing a DraftKings lineup live with you all. So anybody looking to join DraftKings, looking to play DraftKings, FanDuel, anything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and check out a FanDuel one right now, or DraftKings one. Sorry. And as we stand with my quarterback, I'm looking at quarterbacks. If you're looking at playing daily fantasy, a quarterback that I really, really like today and moving forward, actually. I don't know why you wouldn't take Matthew Stafford. We've been talking about him all week, all day. Matthew Stafford is clearly the play for me. I also like Rachaad White against Green Bay. I think that's a great play. And then Zeke Elliott, of course, we keep talking about him. We keep mentioning him. Get him in your lineup. And then defenses. When you look at defenses, the 49ers are a great one. The Dolphins are a great one. They're going to cost up more than the other ones. But right now, a defense I like a lot. I'm going to go ahead with the Dolphins against the Jets. I do think they're very good. You also have the Browns against Cleveland, against Chicago. It's tough. I think Rams versus Washington is probably the best one. So that's what I would go with. And then wide receivers. When you're looking at wide receivers, Rashee Rice is in my lineup for sure. Love me some Rashee Rice. Looking ahead, as well as other wide receivers. If you want a super low one, Noah Brown's there for only $5,000. You can get a big player after that. So I'm going to go ahead and take CeeDee Lamb against Buffalo. For tight ends, I would love to give me some Dalton Kincaid. And then for a flex option, if you're looking at a super cheap flex option, I would look really, really low on that totem pole and see what you can do. I like Hopkins as a receiver. So for my flex, I have 5,500 left. You got Ford, you got Dobbs, Gibson, McKinnon. I'm gonna go ahead and trust Ford against Chicago. So right now, my DraftKings lineup is Matthew Stafford, Zeke Elliott, Rachaad White, Noah Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Rashee Rice, Dalton Kincaid, Jerome Ford, and then you got the Rams defense. Just submitted that right now as we stand.
Hey, man, you got a new comment, Brandon.
What we got, sir? I'll take your picks to Vegas with me. Look at Hannibal Fist, ready to roll, baby. I'm down. Listen, if you want Brandon Medina's best bets of the day, you know I love my prop bets. Here are my favorite. Matthew Stafford, higher than 2 passing touchdowns. Deebo Samuel, higher than 57.5 receiving yards. Zeke Elliott, over 20.5 receiving yards. And probably my most favorite is Isaiah Likely, higher than 32.5 receiving yards. Book those 4. Take them to Vegas. Pay your mortgage off, baby. All righty. Gentlemen, it's 11:17. We got about 13 minutes left on the show. We got 3 weeks left in fantasy football. This week means the most. What are your must-dos for a fantasy football playoff win? What do you need to do for you to prepare? What do you need to do for you to be ready to go for a playoff victory, Trent?
My team's got to show up.
That's it.
I gotta sit.
You got pep talk.
I gotta sit on the couch, dude. I just gotta watch. My team's got to show up.
No falling asleep. No naps in the 3 o'clock games.
Naps. Dude.
0 naps in the 3 o'clock games.
I got a long drive though, man.
And you know what? The best way to do it is you got to be kind of a piece of trash, right? You got to be. Listen, today you talk to your wives, you talk to your parents, you talk to your friends, and you say, "Today I'm not a dad. Today I'm a fantasy football player, right? Today I'm not a husband. I'm a manager."
Hey, man, but I got to go see the lights with the wife later.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No.
Listen, it is what it is, right? You're not missing much. What's the Sunday night game? You're missing Baltimore,
man, as
Jacksonville.
I see the Cowboys.
Whatever.
As long as I see my Cowboys, we're good.
Yeah, I have to go see the lights as well. So I'm just saying.
I sent my wife the Microsoft Outlook invite. Said, hey, I'm busy.
No,
Put
he's
on the
sleeping
calendar.
on the sofa.
Put it
tonight,
on the
bro.
calendar. Put it on the calendar, dude. I love it, man. I'll tell you right now. Our boy Grayson chimed in and said, "What's up, homies? It's G. If y'all want any real advice from the 1 seed in our league, hit me up." He is.
What's up, G Money?
Hey, he's playing real well, man. Shout out to my boy Grayson. But looking at it, I think you got to get prepared as far as at this time in fantasy football. At week 2, week 3, week 5, there's overreactions, right? You look at defenses that are ranked number 1, and you're like, oh my God, they've been so good. It's only 5 weeks, that could change. We're in week 15. When it says Philadelphia is the 4th best running defense, they're the 4th best running defense, right? When it says San Francisco is the best defense against whatever, Atlanta's the best defense against whatever, but you need to trust those rankings. This isn't week 3. They've had 15 weeks to prove those rankings, and they've done it. Trust those rankings. Do not overthink things, though, right? Don't overcompliment your lineup by adding in free agent waivers that don't mean anything to your team.
Yep.
Don't go playing Curtis Samuel over, a Jalen Waddle because, weather's bad. Jalen Waddle's still the better wide receiver.
Yep.
Just don't complicate things and don't overcompliment your team. Anything else, Joe, that we're missing?
No, man. For me, as you know, I'm a Cowboys fan. I just need the Cowboys to show up, dude. Don't let me down.
Forget
again,
the playoff game in fantasy. Just let the Cowboys win.
Let the Cowboys win, man. They got to win out. They got to win out in order to win the division.
Yeah,
they're going to need some help from the Eagles.
They will.
But I mean, Cowboys, they can go ahead and kind of control their own fate if they can win out. But that's on them.
Yeah.
Anybody
listening, you got 10 minutes to get in your fantasy football advice, ask questions, all that good stuff. We are now going to jump into the hottest segment of the entire day. Before we do, though,
I'm telling you, it's disgusting.
Let's shout out to our sponsors, Matt Pecker Brewing Company, 6025 Tesla Road. We're going to be there Thursday. Me and Joe going to be smashing down. What's the drink we like? It is the Raspa one. Tiger's Blood IPA, like 6.7%, just trashing you up.
You got to be careful, man.
But it tastes like a good old Raspa on a summer day. We're going to be there munching out chicken sandwiches, pizzas, all the good vibes.
Hey, man, that pecan porter is good, too.
Oh, that pecan porter. Listen, if you're watching your sweets, I don't know if it's for you, but if you're not, wild out. Pecan porter is the fire.
Hey, we need the familia to show up, man.
You got to show up, man.
I'm going to rally up the troops. I'm going to go and talk to Chris Leja, Mike Baez.
Got to rally up the troops.
Bring them on, man.
We're pulling up and we're shutting shit down. That's going to be the game for Thursday night. First Thursday night football of the fantasy football playoffs. If you've already passed week 1, this is where those buys now don't matter. You're playing everybody's playing, right? That's the Saints versus the Rams. A lot of fantasy football in that matchup. You got Puka Nakua, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Kyron Williams, you got Derek Carr, Kamara, you got Chris Olave. Hopefully, you got defenses. It's gonna be a fun game, man. But anyways, get your questions in now because it is now time. We shout out Matt Pecker. We shout out to our homies over at Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop, 2404 Thousand Oaks Drive. They're ready. We're ready. I need some Mudslingers in my system because I'm too hyped up and I need a good coffee to get me right at that nice level.
You're going to do that thing that LeBron James does?
Come on, dog.
That's right.
In the veins. In the veins.
Ice in the veins.
Forget the ice in the veins. Put those mini donuts in my veins, dog. Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop is the one-stop shop for your drive-through coffee.
Man, Brandon talking about getting diabetes on the show.
I'm telling you, dog.
Sounds like
at this point,
put me in a coma.
I'm telling you right now, dude. Hey, at this point, you got to go all in. And we're going all in right now. It is time for the Locked In Can't Miss Parlay of the Week. This is the time where you tune into the show, you grab yourself a couple bucks, you're reaching into the couch for whatever dollars and pennies that you might find. You're asking the wife, hey, did you pay the phone bill? Hey, does Mija or Mijo have Christmas presents?
You tell her, can we go ahead and not pay the phone
bill? Exactly. do you need to keep the AC on? It's already cold outside. Turn off the heater. Let's get going. Here we go. Locked In Can't Miss Parlay of the Week. Each one of us is going to pick 3 teams. I have it here live. They're over here getting ready. They're over here stressing out. Trent's quivering. He doesn't want to give you a bad pick. Look at me right now, people. I don't know where the hell I'm going. I don't know what I'm about to do. I have it in front of me. You're going to see me live pick a can't miss parlay.
Hey, look, you got a new comment too just right now.
Olave out. That's it. My season's over. My boy Pre also is doing well. He's lying. I think he has a bye. I don't think he's even playing. So he's just being an ass. This guy's the worst. I can't stand him. Pre's awesome. So looking at things as it stands, talk to me about your can't miss parlay, Mr. Joe Garcia.
Mine are disgusting this
Joe,
week, dude.
Don't
disgusting.
Start this shit, Joe.
Disgusting. Dude.
I'm gonna get it here right now for you. We're gonna go off of $20 increments and $100 increments.
All right. First up, I got Cowboys over Bills.
Money line. Okay, Cowboys over Bills money line.
I got the okay.
Then
Then I got the Bears over the Browns.
The Bears over the Browns. Money line?
Money line.
Okay, Bears over Browns. Money line.
Same thing with the Pats. I got the Pats over the Chiefs money line.
Pats over the Chiefs money line. That's where you're standing.
That's where I'm standing.
I'll tell you what.
It's disgusting, dude. Disgusting.
Dude.
Plus 2,071.
$100 on the Dallas Cowboys money line, Bears money line, and the Patriots money line. The complete underdog slip. $100 wins you $2,171. Oh, and we'll throw in 40 cents as well. And then that's $100.
Yeah,
if you want to bet $20, just give it a go. $20 wins you $434, which is $454 when you get your $20 back in that. If you want to bet $5,
damn,
take $5. Joe, you better bet this if you're going to be talking. $5 wins you $113, baby.
Damn.
Why not?
Why not?
Could $5 be the difference between you and Santa Claus? Here we go. Let's go.
I'm telling you, it was disgusting, dude.
You know how much ramen you could buy with $5 if you win this bet?
Hey, man, but at least bet the 20.
Damn.
You know?
So let me text me those picks so I can keep score. So
got you, man.
Text me those picks real quick. Okay, so Trent, you're next up. This is your first time on the show. This is your on-air debut on podcasting, on broadcasting, on anything. Are you gonna blow it, Trent?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like this is the whole reason you brought me on for my lock.
You know what, Trent? Before you even get there, I got to give you the full excitement. Ready?
Okay.
Not only is it time for you to put in your bets, but it's also time for us too.
Pass the collection plate.
We're passing collection plates, baby. We're taking money and we're giving money. Here we go.
All right.
Trent, you're locked in now.
Yep.
You're locked in. Joe gave you his. Joe's paying off mortgages.
Yes, right.
What are you doing, Trent?
All right. Let me tell you.
You
So,
paying off at least a light bill? Something, Trent?
maybe.
Come on.
All right. Bears points.
Bears. Plus 2.5. It's dropped to. You trusting plus 2.5?
I love it.
Okay. Plus 2.5.
Okay. Bucks points.
Bucks points. Plus 4. That's gone up.
Mm.
Nice. I like that a lot.
And then Falcons -3.
Falcons minus. Dude, is this the basura slip of the week? Buccaneers, Falcons, and Bears. Plus 648. Trent, get on the Bovado right now. Here we go.
I feel like a wimp, dude. Like I feel like I need to be in like the 2000s with Joe over here. Like I don't.
Dude, nobody could touch me, man. But they have to
God
hit. They got to hit,
darn,
dude.
man.
They got to hit, bro.
Oh my God. Our boy Hannibal Fist said y'all would probably like Bookie, a new show on HBO. Listen, I'm about to be a bookie right now. I got you. I'll check out the show. Chicago Bears plus 2.5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 4. Falcons -3. All points. This boy said no money lines. We're looking at points.
Taking the
3
points.
picks plus 648. That means $100 wins you $748.
That's right. Lock it in.
$100 wins you $748. $20 is going to win you almost $150. And if you want to bet $5 will still get you $37. Very, very nice, Trent. We like it here on the Fantasy Gods. Here we go. The last and final can't miss parlay of the week. Give me the Buccaneers points plus 4. You ready for this one? Go ahead and book in the Tennessee Titans -3. And because it's the first week of playoffs, because your boy is not scared to get his hands dirty for the millions and the millions.
Watching around the world.
Here we go. Are you ready for this final pick? You're not going to like it, dog. You're not going to like it, and that's okay. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Jets plus 7.5. Here we go.
It's
Plus-
done. This is already DOA.
Plus 562. 3-pick parlay. $100 wins you $662. $20 wins you $132. And $5 wins you a nice little 33. Go take that to Five Below and buy Chingles a gift.
Or you could go with Joe, man. You go take
You
your
buy
girl to
you take Joe's, you could
Girl
buy
Macy's,
you could
man.
buy a fucking Five Below. You don't got the whole store, not just the. That's what I like. If I had to go anywhere else besides the Jets, for those of you who are nervous, I get it. If I had to go anywhere else besides the Jets, the only one that I really am confident in, as much as that, is probably the Baltimore Ravens money line, or actually the Eagles -2 spread is where I would go. It's going to give you the exact same line though, so 568. So $100 wins you $668. That's probably the safer bet. I'd agree. Buccaneers +4, Titans -3, and Eagles -2. That's what I'm gonna lock in. But I'm also gonna lock in the bet that I mentioned with the Jets. Jets fans, I'm not saying you're getting the win, but I think that weather's gonna keep it close, boys. Trent, how was your first time on the Fantasy Gods? Talk to us about the experience.
It was
brother.
amazing, man.
5-star rating.
Thank you for having me on, dog. I
Dog,
appreciate it. I'll tell you right now. I'm taking Joe's parlay, and that'll be the difference between if Lorena gets a Christmas present or not.
There we go. There we
There
go.
you
The
go.
wifey's not
There
gonna
you
like
go.
it, but hey,
Hey,
and
man.
the wifey's Christmas present all relies on a crazy parlay by Joe.
Hey, dude, my parlay hit week 1, dude. That paid out. The Jets, they helped me in week 1.
Your wife's Christmas present all relies on if the Patriots beat the Chiefs. That could be dead on arrival by 1 o'clock. So we'll see.
We'll see, dude. Weather conditions are favorable for the Pats, by the way.
Weather conditions are going to be something to play into. Again, people, Olave out, Tyreek Hill out, Derek Carr did not need to be started. You look at things, Jalen Hurts, illness. Go look at other options. I don't want to risk it. It's Monday Night Football. He has a full day. I would keep Jalen in there. Go ahead and pick up. You look at who's the backup that we were just talking about for the Eagles. Marcus Mariota. Go pick up Marcus. Go do all that stuff. Grab Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee Shop. Meet us there on Thursday at Matt Pecker Brewing Company. Lock in the bets. Lock in your lineups. And as always, here on the show, for Trent, for Joe, for myself, happy Sunday. Have a wonderful day. Happy holidays. And may the fantasy gods be with you.